Hey, what's up everyone? Nick here. Welcome back to my hardcore no damage walkthrough for the Leon campaign in Resident Evil 2. At the very beginning here, go ahead and trigger this cutscene, and then we'll pick up afterwards.
There has to be someone here. Not good.
David! Marvin! You there? I found a way out! It's in here! Send reinforcements! East hallway!
I gotta find that guy.
Alright, so after that cutscene, this is where we're going to, kind of for the first time, have full control of Leon. Now, our initial objective, as you saw, that officer is in trouble. We have to go investigate. This is kind of the first thing you have to do. There's not really any room for exploration yet, and that's okay. So, things start off a little slowly. There are going to be a couple of cutscenes that we get through, and then I'll let you know when we really are kind of given full reins of the game. But for the time being, go ahead and make your way under this grating here. Now, this should look familiar if you played the demo, because this is what the demo featured. You don't have to worry about any zombies in this hallway. Everything's clear for the moment, so go ahead and run down. Now, before moving toward with the objective, go ahead and pop in this room here. It's some type of media room, and you're going to find some ammo on this corpse. And then you can go ahead and turn on the lights. That's not 100% necessary, but you're going to see it does kind of help my strategy coming up. Because what you'll notice in this video is that I took a lot of time to kind of carefully plan how I was going to engage in every single enemy encounter. So every little subtle thing that I'm doing does play a purpose in some way or another. But anyway, go ahead and come into this room here and trigger another cutscene.
Please!
Give me your hand.
Help me!
I got you. Give me your other hand. Jesus Christ.
Okay, so we still don't have full reins quite yet. We need to do one running away sequence, and then we'll trigger another cutscene. So what you're going to do, stand behind this desk here, and you're going to see a zombie burst into the room. Just stand here, let him come towards you, and as soon as he starts crawling over the desk, you're just going to run around him. Take a right, run back down this hallway, don't bother turning around. And now what we're going to do is we're going to run to the end of this hallway. Two zombies are going to block us, so we're going to turn around and we're going to go into the media room that I was in earlier. Now remember I said you might want to turn on the lights. I said that so that now there's just more visibility, because what we're going to do is we're going to lure either 2 or 3 zombies in here. It depends how many are chasing you, but the strategy remains the same. You're going to lure the zombies in here. You're going to come over behind this desk here, and you're just going to kind of lead them in a circle. And then you see here comes the third zombie. He's going to burst his way through the door. I'm just going to run past him. It's pretty simple. It looked like it was a bit shaky, but it's pretty simple to do that. You just stand next to the door, and as soon as the zombie bursts through, go ahead and run past him. Sometimes that zombie will come into the room. Sometimes that zombie won't even be there. Either way, you just need to run.
God damn it! Watch out!
You're safe. For now.
Thanks.
Marvin Browner.
Leon Kennedy. There was another off strike. I couldn't.
Here. I'm sure you did what you could, Leon.
Does anyone know what started this?
Not a clue. But honestly, all you need to know is that this place will eat you alive if you aren't careful.
Yeah, well, I was supposed to start last week, and I got a call to stay away. I wish I'd come here sooner.
You're here now, Leon. That's all that matters.
Okay, Lieutenant? I'm ready.
Hopefully you'll be able to find a way out of this station. That officer you met earlier, Elliot. He thought this secret passageway might do the trick.
This is good news. We can get you to a hospital.
No, I am not the priority here.
Lieutenant, I'm not just gonna leave you here.
I'm giving you an order, rookie. You save yourself first. I'd come with you, but I'd just slow you down. Now, you'll need this.
I can't take him.
Stop. And don't make my mistake. If you see one of those things, uniform or not, you do not hesitate. You take it out, or you run. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Alright guys, so now we are kind of given full reins of Leon. So now we can really start to explore the police station. First thing we're going to want to do after talking to Marvin is head upstairs. You're going to come to this lion statue, and this is kind of our first puzzle of the game. If you look in the officer's notebook, you'll see the lion statue, and you should be able to spot the 3 icons that you need to unlock it. So go ahead and do exactly what you see me doing here if you haven't figured out the puzzle on your own, and that will get you the lion medallion. So with that, remember, you do have limited inventory spaces, so you don't want to just carry things around with you that you don't need to. So immediately after getting the medallion, head back downstairs, pop it in here, and that will trigger the first of 3 sequences to getting us out of the police station.
Yeah.
Now, it's important to mention this video is covering the entire police station from start to finish, basically how to get all 3 of those medallions. That's kind of the main objective of this video. I've taken, for those of you new to my channel, I make hardest difficulty walkthroughs. I've really put a lot of thought into this, a lot of strategy, and I've played this numerous times so I could kind of develop the best approach and the most efficient approach, and that's why this only takes me about 40 minutes, and that's including cutscenes, because I didn't dilly-dally. I just kind of run through it and do everything that I need to do, nothing more, nothing less. Now go ahead and run all the way down the hallway here, through the red doors, and you're going to hear a zombie crash the window behind you. Ignore her. Come into this room, get the pistol ammo. You can pick up this file if you want. There's also a map right here. And then just go ahead and hop through the window up here. Don't try to fight her. You don't need to. It's unnecessary. It's a waste of ammo. Instead, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to save your ammo for this room here. So this hallway is going to be a very frequent place for us. And there's currently 2 zombies inside. So you're going to want to make sure you take them out. Alright, so first we're going to take down Big Boy here. I was fortunate enough to get a critical headshot, so I'm going to finish him off that way. And this is really, throughout this entire video, you're going to see that my biggest approach is saving ammo. And it's really only here at the beginning of the level that I actually use the ammo. For the rest of the level, I'm hardly going to use my guns at all. But it's just kind of this hallway right here where you really need to do a lot of shooting, because we're going to be coming here a lot and we want it to be clear. Alright, so kill the big guy. Go back there and block the window, and now you're going to kill this guy lying on the floor. You could see, once again, I was awarded a critical headshot. That's not always going to happen. If it doesn't happen for you, that's okay. Just keep shooting him. Just kill him. It's only 1 zombie. Typical strategy is aim for the head, back up. If the zombie falls down, you can knife him. You could shoot him in the head some more. Whatever you want to do, but the point is get those 2 zombies out of the way. Just kill them. Use the ammo. It's okay. Alright, so now that we are in the locker room, I'm going to go ahead and input 2 codes, 106 and 109. And that will open 2 of these lockers. Now, there are a couple other lockers that you currently can't open until you find the keyboard key. So, forget about it for now. Go ahead and just visit these 2 lockers. You'll also see that there's a shotgun over to my right. Again, we can't pick that up at the moment, so just forget about it. Get the 2 things we came in here for, and then let's leave. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is go back down this hallway. Again, notice how I boarded up the window there. And we're going to pop into this room here. There's another typewriter. There are some files. There's also a item container. But we're going to ignore all that for the time being. I'm going to go ahead and open this locker to get some ink ribbons. Get some gunpowder here. And then, in the previous locker room, you'll notice that I picked up a roll of camera film. So now we're going to come back here into this dark room. I'll pick up the red herb to throw in the storage container. But go ahead and approach this sink here and use the film to develop a picture. And then that picture just becomes kind of a collectible that we will reference later. I'm going to go ahead and ditch those items in the storage container. And then, of course, you might have noticed that I've been skipping over health items. Again, this is a no damage walkthrough, so I don't need the health items because I don't plan on taking any damage. Obviously, you might want to pick up those items and store them in your storage container. I'll let you be the judge of that. Now, when you come into this room here, there's going to be a zombie hunched over on the desk, and you're going to want to kill him as well. So there are 2 zombies in that room, and just like with this hallway, we're going to want to kill them. Again, for the rest of the level, we're going to be very conservative with our ammo, but at least right now, at the beginning, we really want this room and the room that I just came from, we want those 2 areas to be clear, because we're going to be going there a lot, and it's good to have relatively safe rooms. Alright, so there you go. There's the first zombie. Notice how what I do is, when he falls down, a lot of the times they'll get back up. So what I like to do is stand over them with the knife, and at the slightest sense that they're going to get back up, I'll just slash them 1 or 2 times and make sure that they're dead. Alright, so coming in here, there's some gunpowder you can pick up. I combined it with the other gunpowder I had to form pistol ammunition. And in fact, you'll see information on that on this document here. It tells you how you can craft pistol ammo, shotgun ammo, and I think magnum ammo is another option. But for now, I just wanted to get the pistol ammo because that's the only weapon I've been using. Okay, so now coming over here, you're going to get this document, which is a clue for our next little puzzle. Essentially, you have to unlock Leon's desk using the first initials of everybody's names. So what I'll show you here is if you look at these 3 desks, you're going to see 3 name tags, and you want to look for the first letter on each name. So there's M, E, and then D, or I'm sorry, was it N? I don't know, you saw it on screen. Yeah, it was N. N-E-D. So go ahead and unlock the first lock. And then you're going to do the same thing with these 3 desks. However, you're going to notice one of the name tags is missing. It's the last one. And that's okay, because if there's only one missing, you just have to cycle through all of the options until you get it unlocked. It turns out to be G, the one I'm looking for right now, but of course, as I'm playing, it's the last one I did. That's just how it works when you're recording. You always make those little mistakes. And you're going to get an extended clip for the pistol. Side note here, you actually have to go into the inventory screen and attach the extended clip to the pistol. That is something I forgot to do. I'll do it later, I promise, but I just kind of forgot because I was focused on killing this zombie here. And you're going to see this guy actually takes quite a bit of shots to put down. That's just kind of how it goes. With the zombies in this game, sometimes you'll get lucky and you'll get a critical hit for an instant headshot, as you saw me do earlier. Sometimes you'll have this guy here who you shoot him in the head 8 times and he's still not dead. It's just kind of the RNG. It's just how it goes. So you'll see here he fell down, so I'm gonna knife him a couple times. Now, if you decide to do that, there are a couple things you need to keep in mind. One of the features that I actually really like about this game is the knife is, it's not an infinite knife. Over time, the knife will wear down and you can't use it anymore. I actually really like that feature. I think it adds to the survival horror aspect. The other thing, though, is the enemies can actually kill you while they're lying down on the ground. Now, there's a safe in here. You're going to want to do the combination 9, 15, 7, and that's going to get you extended inventory slots, so go ahead and do that. Now you might be asking, how did I know that was the combo? You can find that out later in a document. You'll see it actually much later, but for the time being, you might as well just open it. If you want to, I don't know, if you want to for some reason be legit about it and wait until you find that in the document, you're welcome to do that, but it just really helps to have all of the inventory space you can as early as possible. So again, 9:15:7, that's how you unlock that. Okay, so here I'm going to pick up some pistol ammo off of that officer, and then I'm going to run over here to the men's locker room. There was an enemy on the staircase that was about to start chasing me, but I just ran away from him to avoid that. For the time being, we are going to have to engage with him a little later on. Now, in the locker room, you're going to pick up this little portable safe, and this is just a cool little puzzle that you can do to get an item. So this is basically just a little memory game. You'll see that there are 8 buttons here, and each button lights up a different light above, and you need to do it all in the correct sequence. So you need to light the lights in consecutive order, and that just, again, you just need to know what buttons turn on what lights. So mess around with it for a minute or two until you learn which buttons work for which light, and then eventually you should be able to get it. Again, it's just a little memory game, but it does take a minute or two to figure out, especially because it will change. It changes based on your save file, so it's not one solution fits all. Okay, so that is the key that we needed for the locker room. Okay, so hold on to that. Go ahead and open this locker here. The combo is CAP for Captain. If you're wondering where the solution to that is, it's on a whiteboard that you come across. It's just in big red letters. It says CAP. So that's how you know that, and you can go ahead and get what's inside. Okay, so now we're going to come back out here. You'll see the zombie that I was talking about. He's up here on kind of in between the 2nd and 3rd floor. So for now, I'm just going to ignore him, and I'm going to make my way down. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back to that storage container so that I can dump a couple of items. And I'm also going to go back to the locker room. So again, you could see, like I said, I visit this room a lot. So that's why it's helpful to kill those 2 zombies, and that's another reason why I boarded up the window. Now right here with the key, you'll notice that you only have 1, and it's either going to work where the 2 should be or where the 3 should be. So you just have to make a choice. I decided to go with 2, so that allows me to open 2 more lockers in here. I believe 102 and I think it was 208. You could choose 3, and you get some different items. I just I wanted those shotgun shells, so I decided to put it in 2. Alright, so get the shells. And then I forgot to get the gunpowder. I opened up one of the lockers that had gunpowder in it, and I forgot to actually get the gunpowder. So I'll end up picking that up when I go back to get the shotgun. But I'm trying to share these things in the commentary so that I don't get any annoying comments of people saying, "Oh, you forgot the gunpowder." I know I forgot the gunpowder. Trust me, I'll pick it back up. Okay, so now we're gonna go up to the 3rd floor. So you're gonna see we got to get past this zombie here, and this one's actually pretty comical. So what we're gonna get him to do is fall over the railing here. So if you just kind of lure him down, the zombie's going to try to jump at you, and he's just gonna fall down. And that's all you have to do. It's really simple. The zombies in this game are not too smart. Sometimes the pathing that they take to get to you is just odd, and it doesn't work. Now that locker there, the combo is DCM. You find that, I think it's on another photo roll. I can't remember, but the point is that's the combo is DCM. I skipped it for now. I'll go back and get it later. It's just I didn't want to worry about the inventory slots right now. So just forget about it, or pick it up if you feel like it. And we're just going to cut into this room here. I'll go ahead and pick up those boards. There's also some gunpowder right here. And then if you go to the end of this room, there's some pistol ammo on the shelf here. And then there's also a letter, which this letter kind of tells you what you're going to need to do later on regarding the C4. Because the third medallion is in this room, but you currently can't get it until you get a couple more items. So just leave it alone for now. Okay, so now we're in the library.
It's Marvin. I need you back here ASAP.
Are you okay, Marvin?
Whatever you do, don't go left here. So you'll notice that I'm going down the stairs. Don't go the other way, because if you go the other way, Leon will actually drop through the floor, and there are 3 zombies in this room, and you just don't want to have to deal with that. So instead, I'm going to run over to this corpse, and I'm going to get a combat knife. Now you can see this zombie here. She's the only one blocking my path, so I'm going to kind of lure her over here. I'm going to run for the door. On the right side, there's the red book, so make sure you pick that up. And then go ahead and use the spade key, which we just picked up a moment ago, to open the door. And now you can see we re-emerge back in the main room. And this is another safe room where the enemies will not follow you in here. So take advantage of that whenever you can.
There you are. Come here. Take a look.
Yes. I knew she'd make it.
You know her?
Yeah. Name's Claire. I came into town with her.
You can get to that courtyard. Through the 2nd floor. East side.
I'm on it. Thanks, Lieutenant.
Okay, so we've just been given our newest objective, which is to go help out Claire, who we saw on the TV screen. We're going to forget about that for now. What you're going to want to do instead is open this door, and you'll see that this actually leads us back to the police office, where we got the extended clip and the locker safe, or the safe and all that. It's just makes our life a little easier now that we have another door unlocked. So now I'm going to dump a couple items in the storage container. And now we're going to make our way towards the main objective. We're not actually going to do the main objective quite yet. But we're gonna do a couple things beforehand. But the first thing we want to do is free up an inventory slot. So if you come through this door here, you'll notice that there is another spade key door in front of us. There's also a safe behind the desk here. Again, I'm going to skip that. I'll come back to it later. But go ahead and open this door, and now you'll get this little notification that once you've unlocked all the doors that you can with that key, the game will actually tell you so that you can discard it, and you don't have to carry that around with you anymore. So do exactly that. Just ditch it. Now come into this room here. You're going to get the weapons key card, and you're going to get a file. Alright, so mainly what you're here for is that weapons key card, but we can also do something else. So we're going to pick up the hand here, and we're going to combine it with the red book that we just got in the library, and then go ahead and attach both items to the statue, and that's going to release the scepter. Now this particular item, at the moment, it's not important. It's not going to have any importance in this actual video. It's going to come into play later. So again, like I said, the whole point, with this walkthrough is I really took the time to plan all of this out and try to make it as efficient as possible. So everything I'm doing has a reason. Even if the reason isn't immediate, even if it's not immediately obvious, it will matter later, and it's best to get it out of the way now. Okay, so had I continued on down that hallway, that is what would have initiated the main objective, but we're not quite ready for that yet. What we want to do is we want to get the shotgun first, because I'm actually going to make a save pretty soon. So again, remember, on this difficulty, saves are limited. You need to plan them. So I wanted to come in here and get the shotgun before I saved my game. Alright, so we're back at our little safe hallway that we took the time to clear out. We're going to run back here to the locker room. As promised, I'm going to pick up that gunpowder that I forgot to pick up earlier. So let's go ahead and do that. And then run to the back of the room and use the weapons key card on the shotgun container. And there you go. that's how you get the shotgun, in case you were having any trouble with that. Now, in this particular video, I'm only going to use 2 shotgun shells. And believe it or not, I'm not going to use either of those shells on the lickers. I'm going to use them on regular zombies, just to make our life a little easier. You'll see that in, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes or so. But okay, so now that I have the shotgun, I'm going to come back to the safe room. I'm going to ditch those items. I'm going to do a little bit of inventory management here. Now, I took out this gunpowder. What I was going to do was I was going to combine the gunpowders to make pistol ammo. However, I don't really need to do that. I have enough pistol ammo. So, you'll notice I still have 1 gunpowder left. Just throw it in the storage trunk. You actually don't need it. I don't need it. In fact, when I ended up making a small cut in the video, and during that cut I actually threw the gunpowder back in there, just because I realized I didn't need it. So, yeah, you could do that if you want to, but you want to have as much inventory space open for this next section, because we're going to be picking up 4 separate items. You'll notice I currently have 4 spaces in my inventory, so that works out okay. But you don't need the gunpowder. That's the point I'm trying to get across. Okay. So, now what we're going to do, now that I have all of the items that I need, I saved my game. Again, remember, the saves are limited, but I saved my game. I'm going to come in here, and you'll remember there's a safe in here. The combo is 6 to 11. So take the time to open the safe, and that's going to get you a little piece of equipment for the handgun. So go ahead and take that. And then, like I said earlier with the extended clip, you actually have to go into your inventory screen to attach it to the weapon. So make sure you do that. You don't want to be wasting an inventory spot carrying around a piece of equipment that you don't even end up using. Now, once that crash occurs, go ahead and walk outside, and that will trigger a cutscene.
Hey! Leon?
Claire! Hold on! I'll be right there!
Okay.
Claire! It's so nice to see you.
How are you doing? That helicopter just came out of nowhere.
I'm in one piece.
I'm guessing you don't have a key in one of those fancy pockets?
Unfortunately, no. But how are you doing?
You know, just surviving.
That's good.
Yeah.
Any luck with your brother?
No, not yet.
Claire, don't lose hope. I'm sure we're gonna find him. Damn it. You know what that means?
Yeah. Dinner time.
Claire, I think you should go.
Don't worry about me, Leon. You take care of yourself.
Claire, you need to go. Now!
Okay, let's get through this. Both of us.
Okay, so after the cutscene, once you regain control of Leon, this part here can be a little tricky. It's not tough, but it's just you need to know what you're doing. This is not a section that you can kind of just it's not a section you can kind of just improvise. You need to know what you're doing here. So we're gonna pick up 4 different items. All right, so use the bolt cutters to get through these 2 doors. All right, here we go. And now we're going to make our run. So immediately turn left and get the ink ribbons off the table. Turn around and get the flashbang that's on the desk there. Make sure you actually pick it up. All right, now what we're going to do is run into this office here. We're going to get the circular valve. Turn around. And then right here is the fuse. Make sure you pick that up. And then just run over to this door, remove the chair, get through, take a left, pop the fuse in, and then let the doors go up, and that will lead you back to the safe room, and the zombies will not follow you in. So again, right there are a lot of zombies in that room, and you'll notice I just ran through it in about 20 seconds. So that's the type of thing that I really put a lot of thought into, is, you know, with this game, it's not just about running away from enemies, it's doing it intelligently. It's knowing where and when you need to do those sections. Okay, and in fact, here comes another one. So I'm gonna take out my shotgun, and you're gonna wanna get ready to shoot this thing twice. So we're gonna run down this hallway, take a left, and shoot this guy. Stagger him back, and then run. Alright, now keep running, reload if you want to, it's not necessary. Shoot this guy, stagger him back, and then go back through these red doors. Go to the door in the corner. This is the door that we couldn't go through earlier. Cut it with the bolt cutters, and now the bolt cutters are no longer needed, so you can ditch those from your inventory. Alright, so go ahead and ditch those, go through the door, and then right here, you're going to pick up the electronic gadget. Now we're going to be using that to detonate the C4, but not quite yet, because we still need the battery, and getting that can be kind of tricky as well. Now that door you can't open, so go ahead and just open this door here, and voila, we're going to re-emerge back into our safe little area. We're back in the office, and this is going to lead us back to the safe room. So, as I was saying earlier, with this game, it's not just about conserving ammo. You know, it's not just about running. Anybody can run through a game, and if they get hurt, they just take, you know, they just use health. It's not just about running. It's about knowing the proper times and the proper ways to make those runs. And what I mean by that is, as you progress through the main objective, certain enemies that weren't in certain areas earlier will now be there. So what I've done in this walkthrough is I've tested numerous methods. I've tested numerous routes to figure out what are the safest routes to take, no matter what point in the objective that I'm in. And that's exactly what you see going on here. Notice how I'm going back through the library up to the 3rd floor. I could have gotten to the 3rd floor the other way. You know, I could have gone, if you remember that staircase earlier where the enemy fell off the railing, I could have gone that way, but that turns out to be the unintelligent way. Okay, now real quick here, you're going to ask, what am I doing? Why am I wasting ammo on this corpse hanging from the ceiling? Trust me, as with everything in this walkthrough, there's a reason. Later on, when we detonate the C4, if you do not kill that enemy, the enemy will wake up after you trigger that detonation, and then you're going to have to deal with an enemy and a licker, and it makes things much, much harder. So again, I promise, everything you see me doing on screen has a purpose. Nothing is done unintentionally. Okay? So now we're going to backtrack. Again, you should recognize this all looks familiar because we've been here before, but again, the reason that I'm going this way instead of the other way is because if you go the other way, there are now more enemies that weren't there before. So by going this way, you're able to avoid that. Now, this locker here, I mentioned it earlier, the combination is DCM, so go ahead and open that, and you'll see inside is some Magnum ammo. Obviously, I don't currently have a Magnum, but you know, that's going to come in handy sooner or later, so you might as well take it and then just pop it into a storage container next opportunity you get. Now what I'm going to do is come down here to the 2nd floor. I'm going to go back into the men's locker room. Oh, sorry for that weird little technical, like, hiccup. I don't know what that was. Sometimes it happens when you're collecting footage. But turn off that thing. Turn off the steam. Then make your way in here. You'll see this guy. He falls over. I don't think he wakes up, so you don't have to worry about him. Now open the locker here. There's some gunpowder, and I don't think there's anything in this locker. Alright, and now we're going to encounter our first licker. And this part can be a little nerve-wracking. When you come to a licker, there are essentially 3 things you can do. You can shoot it to kill it, you can stun it with a flashbang, or you can sneak past it. Because the lickers are blind. They hunt only off of what they hear. So you'll notice I'm walking very slowly towards this door. I'm going to pop inside, and you're safe for the time being. For some reason, the lickers, they don't seem to be able to go into other rooms, which is fortunate for us. Now, I'm going to pick up this little container here, and if you combine that with the gunpowder, that actually crafts you shotgun shells. Now, there's some health on the wall there that you can pick up if you want to, but again, this is a no damage walkthrough, so I'm going to avoid it. Notice how I also picked up the shotgun shells off the desk, and then I'm going to come into this office here to get the battery. Now right here, this is one of the letters I mentioned earlier that tells you the combination of one of those safes, just so you know where it is. But the main thing we came in here for is the battery. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop into this hallway, and I'm going to shoot my pistol one time. And your question, and it would be a fair question, is why did I do that? The reason I did that is because we need to go down to the end of this hallway. And if you sneak down to the end of the hallway, the licker will turn the corner as soon as you approach it. And it's tough. It makes things tough. So what you want to do is you actually want to lure the licker down to the other end of the hallway. Okay? So currently where I was at, I didn't see the licker. I heard it, but I didn't see it. So I'm just going to come back in here, wait a couple seconds. Again, remember, the lickers can't chase you through the door. So come back in here, just wait a moment, and now you're going to see that I was successful. Okay, so I'm going to look up and to the right, and you're going to see the licker on the ceiling. Alright, so now I'm going to use this opportunity to just sneak past it. Now notice I'm walking very slowly, alright? Almost as slow as you can. Okay, just creep your way down the hallway here. As long as you don't start walking at a regular pace, as long as you don't run, as long as you don't shoot, the licker will not know where you are. And you can see I can kind of just casually stroll to the end of this hallway here without a problem. And there you go. For the police station, there are a total of 2 licker encounters. And that was the first one. And we got through it using only 1 pistol bullet. So that's a pretty good trade-off. Okay, so when you emerge into this room here, there's a map. There's also going to be some gunpowder. And then there's going to be the second medallion. This is the horse medallion or unicorn or whatever. Point is, the solution to the puzzle is in the officer's notebook. So go ahead and just basically do the same thing, but with a different combination. Alright, so get the second medallion. And now what we're going to do is run back to the main safe room. We're going to deposit that medallion. We're going to get rid of any items that I don't currently need. And then we're going to start the final little encounter, which is the second licker encounter. And it's a little tougher. So this is where I leave it up to you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save my game here. I'm going to save it for a second time this video. It ended up being unnecessary. You don't have to make this save. It's just that if you think you might die during the second licker encounter, you might want to go ahead and save here. But as you'll see, the licker encounter, especially with my strategy, is not tough at all. So this is really just up to you. When I play games, I'm a bit overcautious, especially because I'm the one making the walkthrough. So I'm going to use this opportunity to save. So I'm going to dump a couple items that I don't need, go ahead and get that ink ribbon, and I'm going to save here. Now again, this is not a necessary save, it's more of a just cautious save, so I'll leave that up to you. And then I'm going to save my game one more time at the end of this video once we get out of the police station. And again, all of the strategies I'm doing, it's your call. But I find them to be the most efficient and the most promising, at least at this point. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go get the final medallion. This is going to bring us to the second licker encounter. So we're going to come right back here through the library. We're going to go back upstairs, and we're going to go over to where that C4 was. Now, notice how in my inventory screen I actually equipped the flashbangs instead of the knife, because to get past this second licker, we're going to be using the flashbang. Now this enemy here, if you haven't already, make sure you kill him, because it's going to make your life way easier right here. Alright, so now that we have the battery, go ahead and put it into the device, hook the device up to the C4, confirm it, and trigger the detonation. Now right here, you need to pay attention. Notice this shelf in front of me. Sometimes when the explosion occurs, sometimes the shelf falls over, sometimes it does not. If the shelf falls over, before you go retrieve the medallion, make sure you pick the shelf up. If the shelf didn't fall over, you're fine. But if the shelf did fall over, make sure you pick it up now. Otherwise, you are going to have to fight the liquor. Okay, so just make sure that you lift the shelf up before doing anything else. Once that shelf is up, go ahead and retrieve the third medallion. And now we're going to get ready for the liquor. So you're going to equip a flashbang, aim it, and as soon as you step out of this cage here, throw it. Throw it, and then run to the right. Run, and then just run right back through this door while the liquor is stunned. The liquor will only be stunned for a couple seconds, but that's plenty of time to get through the door. And that's all you need to do. You don't need to fight it. You don't need to waste ammo. You just need a flashbang. I had 2 of them. I showed you exactly where to get them. And that's it. That's everything, guys. That's the entire police station in, just over 40 minutes, including cutscenes. No damage, hardcore difficulty. I hope you found it helpful. I hope these strategies were able to help you. Because it's not, with a game like Resident Evil, I'll talk about this after the next cutscene, but it's not just about knowing what to do, it's knowing how to do it.
So it goes underground. Huh. That's it. That's our way out. Lieutenant Branna! Marvin! It's time to go. Hey, Marvin. We need to get you to a hospital right now.
No, save yourself.
Come on, I've got you.
Go!
Look, we can still make it out of here together. Just can...
It's too late. I tried, Leon. But I couldn't stop it. We can't let this thing spread. It's on you now. Just go.
I understand. I won't let you down, Marvin.
Okay guys, so that kind of wraps up the main first section of this game. Remember, the first video in my walkthrough was just the opening sequence, but this is kind of the first real section. This is the police station. We are now done. We're going to come into this office here. You're going to pick up an ink ribbon off the desk. There's also some shotgun shells. And I'm going to use that ink ribbon to save my game once again, because we are about to approach a boss fight in the next video, so it would be wise to save your game here. Like I was saying, I hope this video helped out. With Resident Evil games, it's not just about knowing how, what you need to do. It's about knowing how to do it and when to do it. A lot of those things do make a difference. If I were to go for the shotgun at the end of the video, it would have been a lot harder because there would have been more enemies. So I hope these strategies were able to help you. Like and subscribe if you get the chance. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below, and I will see you in the next video.